The Dreweatts 1759 Maiden is next. It's a 2-mile 5 furlong maiden. Lexicon Distance, Jim Murray, Clash of the Titans, Nick Driver, Day by Day, David Hooley, Devilish Game, Darren Thompson, Ember Days, John Morgan, Freak Boris, Graham Clutterbuck, Kaylin Zaman, Padre Gogan, Kintara, Paul Rhodes, Layla Gray, Matt Cooper, Reveal, Pickle, Graham Clutterbuck, Ruby Lane, John Morgan, and Swinkham Abbey, Paul Rhodes. This is another one of those poison chalice races, isn't it? They're installed ready to go, and away they go. If you win this, you're pretty much ruling yourself out of everything for the rest of the season, apart from the Ascot Gold Cup and the Prix de Cadran, if we actually do still have that. And it's Ember Days in the lead, because you're not going to get into any handicaps if you win this over a distance you can get into, because this will be 2-mile 5 and that'll be deemed your best distance, so you'll only be able to get into handicaps over 2-mile 2, will you? Or do you get into the 2 miles? I don't know, but whatever it is, you probably won't get in them anyway, so it's a race to avoid unless you think you've got a superstar. And Ember Days is in the lead. There's a lot of people think they've got superstars in here, and let's hope the one that wins is, otherwise it'll be done for the season. And Ember Days is in the lead from Lexicon Distance in second and Ruby Lynn third. Those three are from stables that are quite likely to be having horses that will be able to race in the grade ones, so probably not concerned. Ember Days is making sure it is a proper test of stamina. That's happened 1 or 2 times already this season in these long distance races. John Morgan's had a horse in there that set the pace and made sure it's a proper race and not a crawl for a mile and a half, followed by a bit of a sprint. And it's Ember Days who's clearing the lead from Ruby Lane in second. Lexicon Distance is in third. Then comes Clash of the Titans and Day by Day, with Kaylin Zaman. After that one, with Layla Gray, Devilish Game and Reveal Pickle, Swinkham Abbey and Freak Boris. Next to the back marker is Kintara. And it's Ember Days. It's a good 6 lengths clear of Stable Companion Ruby Lane in second. In Lexicon Distance is in third. Day by Day is fourth. Clash of the Titans is in fifth. We've got a mile and a half still to go, and nothing's got close to the only grey in the field yet. Ember Days. Ruby Lane is in second. Clash of the Titans third. Lexicon Distance is fourth. Between them, Day by Day. Then Layla Gray. The one on the right and the yellow is Kaylin Zaman. Wider on the outside, Reveal Pickle. Between the two of them is Devilish Game. Then Freak Boris in the back two are Swinkham Abbey and Kintara. And it's Ember Days who's still the leader, leading by 6. Ruby Lane second. Clash of the Titans, Lexicon Distance, and then Day by Day and Layla Gray. Well, it's not changing a great deal at this point as they race down towards the final mile. Ember Days is still bowling along happily in the lead. 6 lengths clear of Stable Companion Ruby Lane in second. And Lexicon Distance is in third, with Clash of the Titans fourth. And Kaylin Zaman is getting a bit closer. Then Day by Day and Layla Gray, with between them Devilish Game. Kintara and Swinkham Abbey get a little bit closer. Graham Clutterbuck's pair, Reveal Pickle and Freak Boris, are the two that are running widest on the track, and subsequently giving away the most ground as they take this turn into the long straight. Plenty of time to make that ground up though. And now Lexicon Distance has come through the challenge for the lead. So Lexicon Distance on the outside of Ember Days is just starting to be pushed along. Ruby Lane is close up in third. Devilish Game is the one that's coming out of the pack. The ones that really coming through nicely though are Swinkham Abbey and Zintara as they race well inside the final 4. Ember Days is starting to fight back, but look at these pair coming on the outside. They're almost running a team, aren't they? It's Swinkham Abbey and Kintara are about to sweep through and take it up. It's going to be Swinkham Abbey, I think, who's going to go into the lead inside the final 3. Swinkham Abbey, but Ember Days is fighting back. Suddenly Lexicon Distance is beating a retreat, but it's Swinkham Abbey from stablemate Kintara. Ember Days has now gone back into third. Devilish Game is next. Kaylin Zaman is trying to run on. It's Devilish Game who's coming up on the outside of Kintara. Swinkham Abbey though holding on. Swinkham Abbey is still just the leader from Stylish. from Devilish Game in second, and then Kintara. They're inside the final furlong, and Swinkum Abbey is still in the lead, leading by a couple of lengths to stable companion Kintara. Devilish Game's runs petered out. It's going to be Swinkum Abbey and Kintara are going to flash past the post together. Swinkum Abbey wins it by a length, Kintara second, then Reveal Pickle run on the third. Devilish Game was fourth, then Ruby Lane, all the way back to day by day, and that was a pretty impressive performance from the winner, and the second didn't do too bad either. I'm sure we'll be seeing those two come Ascot Gold Cup Day. I'm not sure about the rest of them. I 1-2 for Paul Rhodes. Swinkum Abbey off a rating of 65. Goodness me, what did that do last week? It certainly did better this week, beating its 111 rated stable companion, and that is the perfect example of why you shouldn't over or underestimate those week 1 maidens, because last week Swinkum Abbey, whatever he did, he got a 65 rating, and he's nowhere near a 65 horse, is he? So, well worth noting that, I think, and taking a look at it. Swinkum Abbey, the winner then for Paul Rhodes, who also took second with Kintara. Reveal Pickle for Graham Clutton was third. Devilish Game for Darren Thompson was fourth, and Ruby Lane for John Morgan was back in fifth.